The comments.
I always struggle with that one, don't you?
There we go.
Her Highness wants up. She likes being famous.
There was Kevin's here for coffee.
Hi, Kevin. You know, Kevin must be really bored because he's the first one here.
Kevin was lining up.
Hi, Paul.
Kevin was waiting. Hey, Paul. How's video editing going? Good? I see you editing the video today. No editing today. What's up? Oh, boy. Just, I think we're at that stage now where we got too much time on our hands. You know when you don't have enough time, you cram everything in and make it work? I think today we're starting to realize that we're just getting lazy. Actually, we did a lot today. But
I got a lot
no.
today.
Don't start so early at 4 o'clock.
Oh, I'm sure we have enough to spread it out. Trust me.
Uploading the video. Ah, nice. I did a music video yesterday that has just been posted to YouTube of Rory Talon. I did that, so that's done. Danielle is here.
Say thank you.
I'm gonna just let her. The thing just popped up. Alex is here.
Mike.
Alex, wonderful. If you guys need cabinetry or if you need quartz countertops, Alex is your guy. Geez, we're throwing the throats already. Mike's here. Hillary's here. Hey, Hillary, good to see ya. Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I changed my shirt. Actually, I was going to wear this shirt yesterday. I just got such a wardrobe. I wore this for Toronto. The somewhat what they call they call this a essential lockdown.
Essential lockdown?
Well, only the essentials, which seems to be like everything, is available. The thing is, you can go into the store and buy stuff that's not essential.
Such as?
So, for example, if you're a little craft store that sells soap, are you essential? No, right?
Oh,
No, but you can go to Loblaws and buy the soap. You know, it's kind of like, remember the stores at Christmas time or on certain holidays where Shoppers Drug Mart's open, but only the drug part is open?
LCBO's open?
Yeah, LCBO. Yeah. Yeah, LCBO, well, you know what? We were having this discussion earlier that you really do have to keep the LCB open because there's a lot of people that do rely on alcohol, and that's a fact. You can't and coffee roasters. You can still get coffee. And we have a total of 16. We've been hoarding coffee beans. We've got 16 pounds in stock.
It's a life or death.
It is very critical commodity in our house. We need that. We do need that. So we have 16 pounds. So if anybody does run out of coffee, we could maybe by the time we run out of toilet paper, someone's looking for coffee, we can maybe do a trade. But by weight.
We're not going to run out of
by
toilet
weight.
paper,
We could
though.
just trade by weight maybe. I wonder how much a toilet roll costs or weighs compared to a pound of coffee.
I bet you anything he's going to actually check it out.
Julian Taylor's here. Julian Taylor. I don't know if are you live on the air, Julian, right now, or are you doing a pre-recorded show? Because usually Julian's on 106.5 at this time of the day from 3 till 7.
JF
Awesome radio station, awesome DJ, awesome guitar player, singer, songwriter, and everything else. Coffee over booze. Yes, that's what we're doing. Coffee over booze. I have my Americano.
We're bigger coffee drinkers than we are.
We are
booze
definitely
drinkers.
bigger coffee drinkers than booze. We had a bottle of wine the other night, and I thought I'd get really brave and put one in the fridge for the next night, and we never had it
Yeah.
because
You'll save it for your
I
pizza
felt
party.
crappy. I had a headache, and then if you start feeling a little bit rough right now, you panic because you think you're can't say it. You can't say the C word.
JF has a good idea.
Uh-oh, what's JF's?
Coffee and liquor.
Coffee and liquor?
I'd have to go to the the LCBO,
Lisa needs a
though,
bigger
and
mug.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm
even
not
talk
doing
about.
that.
Don't even talk about the size of her mugs. She's having tea. Actually, she's not
I'm
having
having
coffee.
tea right now.
You're not seeing any comments, Mark? Well, I don't know how to say. I don't know. Can anybody else see comments? Mark Witzel says he's not seeing comments. I don't know. Can't tell you. I'm seeing all the comments.
Lisa needs bigger mugs.
Bigger what?
Mugs.
Did you say mugs?
Apparently, Tim says I need a bigger mug.
Is there any kids watching right now? Turn the phone the other way. Who? Mark Witzel? Yeah. Everyone's seeing them. Got a virus? Nothing. Maybe you got a virus on your phone. Are you wiping your phone down, Mark? Because you could have a virus on it.
Jeez.
Wipe your phone down with Lysol wipes. Of all people that should be wiped, you should know that. Lisa's making me wipe down.
Danielle.
Amazon just delivered, and Lisa had me wipe down everything.
Yes.
Everything. Swipe to the right. Hey, now. What app are you on? To the left. So, Daniela, the other day, we made a loaf of bread and gave Daniela a loaf of bread. We made a bunch of loaves. Danielle took a loaf. So, in return, she gave me a jar of, what was it called?
Daniela, what is it? Boomba?
Boomba. Danielle gave me a jar of Boomba. So I did have some before the show on some fresh
story
toast.
with my friend Daniela.
And it is it's got a beautiful hot spice to it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the base of it? It's tomato base, right? It must be a
I don't know.
tomato onion base.
You have to ask her.
Fantastic stuff. So it was well worth.
I'm going to tell the little story about Daniela.
Uh-oh.
She used to be my neighbor. They've moved. La Bomba.
La 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 bomba sauce.
She used to be my neighbor. I miss her dearly, though she's not that far away from me now. But
she moved 2 kilometers down the street. You make it sound like she's gone to Australia.
We used to run across our lawns in our pajamas to go to the other's house.
Guess she got evicted.
She got evicted. Well, I used to take porcelain doll classes. And when I would leave for my porcelain doll classes, Daniela would come over here with treats for Mark.
Hold on, this sounds terrible.
So she'd make cream puffs or some sort of dessert, and he'd have it gone before I even made it home.
Lisa would head out the door, and Daniela would bring her cream puffs over.
Yeah.
Onion, mushroom, eggplant, red peppers, sun-dried tomatoes. Oh, it's delicious.
He loves it.
Have some for dinner. But yeah, they were the good old days. And, thinking it back when we used to, remember the big, I think it was 2003, we had the power outage.
Oh, that was fun.
And 2 Italians side by side, you could imagine,
We
even
ate.
on a good day.
We ate all day.
We had so much food.
It was awesome.
And we were, I think all we did was cook. Like we just would go out and cook. Yeah, we would just cook. So we cooked for 3 days straight. It was absolutely fantastic. But the difference here is you can't.
We made pizza.
You could still do it. You could just make stuff and then pass it over the fence on a big stick, like a big.
See, Daniela, if you live next door, I could just pass you food.
Well, we're past food.
We
passed food already. The other day before the lockdown, she came over and she picked up a loaf of bread, and then you stopped by today because Lisa went out gallivanting today.
It wasn't gallivanting.
We did the coffee run.
Gallivanting is fun.
We did the essential service. We delivered Lisa delivered coffee to all the coffee addicts that still need their coffee prescription. So they got that today. So Lisa ran around. She went to Scarborough to do that. And tell us about how it was out there.
Highway wasn't bad. Still a lot more cars than I thought there was going to be.
Well, all these people, there must be so many people working right now still because of essential services. I can't say that word.
Midnight tonight, I guess.
But there's but even the people that are required to work in essential services is massive. It's a lot of people.
Mm.
All those stores that are open still, like Home Depot, all those big hardware stores. So Lowe's could be open, Home Depot.
I had to pop in the grocery store too. I needed a few items. and that was no fun at
Basil.
all for his pizza
Essential.
party.
Basil is essential
For
on a
his
pizza.
party.
My pizza party. Yeah. Pizza
Yeah.
party Thursday night.
But the grocery store was not much fun. People don't understand the
touched my
social
head.
distancing thing.
Oh, I believe you. I bet it's.
It's
It's a some kind of show out there. Deborah's going to the beer store. But I ordered something off Amazon that came today, and technically it wasn't essential, but you can still buy anything you want online that's not essential. If Amazon has it, they're gonna, I mean it works. But I think again, like I said, this is the future. We're gonna have to get used to this type of thing for a long time. So hey, might as well practice it. But I don't see a real harm in having something delivered from Amazon right now, or am I completely wrong? What do you think?
Well, I think it's all right because it's coming from a warehouse and it's somebody dropping it at your door. They're not.
We are also putting a driver now. The driver is working because he has to work. He's got a job. He may need money too, so he's one of the fortunate ones because he can work and he can make an income.
Mm-hmm.
To provide for his family. But the other thing is he's got to now go to a gas station as well, and he's got to pump gas. He's got to be careful.
That today, you used all the gas in my car.
Don't blame me.
You took my car.
Hold on. So what did you do for safety precautions?
Hand sanitizer. I bleached wiped my steering wheel, my handle.
So when you finish pumping,
yeah, I didn't hold on to it. I just put the little thingy.
Now you used your debit card. Did you wipe your debit card down?
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh my God, you brought it in the house.
It's in my wallet.
But see how the trail goes though when you start to think about it? Yeah.
A lot
so
of
you're
stuff.
doing all this, you touch the gas pump, you punch all the numbers in, you get your gas card out, you stick your gas card in, or your credit card or debit card. But then you put that back in your wallet, and then you go to wipe all your hands and your steering wheel. The thing is, you've touched that card with all the stuff that was on the, because you're using, yeah. So it is crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. And it's crazy how we're finding out that, our governments really could have planned for this. We could have been prepared. We could have had all these kits. We could have had all this testing kits. We could have been prepared. They knew it. And I think we're all kind of responsible for that. It's like a lot of people know that if you save some money for hard times, you're going to be better off. But, we all kind of, whatever, I'll buy that thing I need. I don't have to worry about it. But then all of a sudden it hits you. But you knew. And everybody knew. The government knew. All the people knew that something like this could happen. And we basically weren't prepared for it.
It was playing out before our eyes, so there really isn't any excuse for it. We saw it happening, and everybody was in like a little bit of denial, I guess.
Imagine if you watched Pandemic, like when it first came out. We didn't. We started watching it the other night.
I can't watch
But imagine
that.
if you watched that show before, and then this happened, and you'd be like, it was there. Like everyone knew.
Well, you do know. As you can see, Yuki is in her spot.
What are you doing?
No, look.
Oh, jeez.
Yuki is in her favorite
So
spot.
yeah, so Lisa went out, and I was getting these text messages from the store of how crazy it was in there. People standing behind her and coming up too close, and I believe it. There's a bunch of idiots out there. Hopefully, the numbers of idiots is low enough that it won't affect.
I did do something really sweet though. My mom is missing all the grandchildren and all the family. We're social distancing from my parents. So my sister and my nieces and my daughter, we all got together. Well, actually, we didn't get together in the same place.
Camilla just came in.
Hi, Carmela. They sent me pictures. I printed them. And we did a collage of the entire family. And I dropped it off at my mom's doorstep this morning.
And we have video, and I was gonna kind of edit a little thing together for you. It was very cute.
Mom and Dad were very happy.
Your mom was crying.
She did.
It was just
made her cry.
It was like a Hallmark moment.
It made me cry too, actually, watching her cry.
So Lisa made this. Hi, Camilla. So Lisa made this. Now, did you wash your hands before you touched all the papers? Because they've taken it in their house now. See, this is what I'm getting really concerned.
Of course I did.
Mr. Sinclair is here. JB Nuttall is here. JB Nuttall is a wonderful videographer and out of somewhere in the States. He does great work. I've seen some of his videos. He records a lot of folk, I think, folk festival artists, and puts together some beautiful recordings. So JB Nuttall, go check out his page. Check out some great
No
stuff.
crying allowed. No crying in
Oh
baseball.
my! Well, what's with this sport thing? I mean, I don't watch a lot of sport, and what's I'm finding really interesting on social media is I don't see anyone really crying about it on
Well,
social
there's
media.
really nothing that can be done about it.
No,
So
but
why
it's just
whine
gone.
about
Is
it?
anybody really suffering that they're not watching sports? Because North American sport to me has gone down the drain with the commentating and the overblown production of the sport. I think
Paul
it's just
says
gone.
he is.
You're missing the sport, Paul. You're a Raptors fan. Yeah, I'm not. I'll watch it when they're the finals and stuff. That's it. Or if something's worth
You're a
really.
bandwagon jumper.
No. It's just I just can't listen to these commentators go on and on about stuff. And the funny thing is, I've become a real fan of UFC. And there was a time years ago when I didn't like watching UFC. I thought it was too violent. And now I'm a
He's
big
getting more
fan.
violent, I guess.
See you, JF. See you later. He's going back to paint. So yeah, but I really appreciate the sport and got right into it. Probably Joe Rogan is the reason for that. Big Joe Rogan fan here.
Joanne joined.
So like I said, we have 16 pounds of coffee beans stashed up at the house. So if anyone's stuck, we have coffee, but we hopefully will still be able to deliver coffee on Tuesdays because coffee is essential. Kim's a Raptors fan. Yeah, it's crazy. This I almost I forget that all these sports are shut down, and now the Olympics are postponed, which is probably
Yeah,
a good
I heard
idea.
that. I heard that.
That's just a corrupt contest, anyways. Really, when you get down to it. So I guess one of the things. Oh, geez, we're talking about this virus that we said we wouldn't talk about. We're not. We're just discussing it now. We're not panicking over it. I think Canada's got a good grip on things. As good as it can be. It could be better, but like we said, there's always going to be people that are going to ruin it for everybody else. So, oh, I got a question for you. Is the video feed better quality today? That was my question to everybody. I hope it is. We did some improvements on the.
Well, we didn't.
Well, we are a team, honey.
Oh.
Even if you're not in the game,
No, I'm not in the game.
we're still a team. It's every player
Oh, jeez.
that counts on the team. Speaking of team and sports, we started watching. Well, I did. I watched one episode, and the English Game, which is very, very good. So we're going to start watching that. YouTube is reducing to 480p.
Default.
Are you watching this on YouTube? I think this is, we have it on HD on our screen, and it looks pretty sharp. I'm using my Sony a7 III. So instead of the cam off of the computer, which will be better, which you can see my wrinkles better.
Everybody has those.
There's no softening on this screen.
Everybody has
Yeah,
those.
off Facebook, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So what was I talking about? Sport. So that show. So I did my workout today. I got back on my bike. I did 2 hours on my trainer, and I was in Zwift. I don't know if anybody else out there uses Zwift, but Zwift, like Swift with a Z, as a few American viewers. But Zwift is a virtual world for riding your bike, which is fantastic because your bike trainer, the program talks to your bike trainer. So basically, it affects. So when there's a hill coming up in the screen, your bike will
on yours,
on
not
mine. Well, you have to do that manually on yours,
Yeah.
but it's fantastic. So yeah, I did 50K today, and then I had a nap. Oh, you know what? I love having a nap, but I can only justify it if I've worked out first. So I did that. So
There you go. There you have it.
is the tiny home all finished for a tour? Once quarantine or isolation is done, I guess. Yeah, we will be doing some tours. I'm just waiting for the toilet's on back order with all of this, and I'm waiting to get the propane hooked up. I'm hoping to get the propane hooked up once they lift our what is it, lockdown. So I've had my propane guys come out and look at it. It's not a big deal. We can do it in one day, but I'm waiting for that to happen so we can have propane. But I'm almost ready to move it outside. It's still in the barn, so I'm hoping to move it outside soon.
Once
So
the mud and starts drying up a bit.
yeah, it's getting. Well, weather's crazy. It's like still wintry weather. So
Well, today's quite mild. It didn't need a coat today to run in and out. Katarina! Patata!
oh, our Italian counterparts are here. Love to all of you in Italy. Now someone just showed up that has been locked down for quite a while, right? Yeah, there you go. You can talk amongst yourselves. But yeah, it's just they've been locked down for 3 weeks now, I think. 3 weeks.
Almost a month, I
Is
think.
it almost a month? No, I don't think it's that long. Like really locked down, like no one, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get a number to go to the store. And if you get caught out and you don't have that number, so
get
you
a
can
fine.
phone in Italy, you phone in to get a number, and that number allows you to go to the store. And if you get stopped, you have to provide that number.
I think that's so they can
Control the people.
control
They're only
how many
allowed sending,
people
and
are
so if
out.
you go out, then you're in trouble. You get like massive fines. So yeah, brutal.
So cool.
So we were gonna. I was gonna do a story today, and I was gonna do it music related because I edited a video yesterday for Rory Talon, like I said earlier. So if I think I did post it on my page, so it's there. It's on YouTube. But back in the summer, I videotaped a festival and took a whole bunch of footage, and finally getting around to editing some of it now. I got a little bit of downtime. So I did up one of his songs. It's called Warmest Regards. Go check it out. He is an amazing singer. He was from the area. He's moved up to Ottawa now, and I think he's out in New Brunswick. But a fantastic artist. Some of you may know of him. But I wanted to tell a story. Yesterday was a funny story. There's some funny stuff in this story, but when I was in my 20s, actually when I go back to when I was, go back even further now. I started playing guitar when I was like 15, 16. My dad was learning to play guitar.
They've been locked in since
the end of February. So they've been locked in. Yeah, so almost a month. Oh boy. What a way to test a marriage.
Motivation.
That's
gone, man.
Oh,
Sit
goodness.
back
Go
and
work
relax
out.
a little bit.
Go chill. Work out. Drink some wine.
Carmela is part of the essential services. So she
Yeah,
works in
true.
a pharmacy right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little
And today's her day off.
crazy.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday's her day off. Oh, boy. Well, just go sit on the couch and watch Netflix or something. Go watch The English Game. Really good. If you like Dalton Abbey, you'll like The English Game.
She watched Dalton Abbey.
No? So anyways, back to the story.
Sorry.
So when I was about 16, 17, I wanted to play guitar. So I started learning, bought my first acoustic, which I still have. And I've never been a great guitar player. I'm a strummer. So anyways, did that, and then eventually I thought I got the confidence up to try and start a band. So I remember I put an ad in you guys might remember the Now magazine back in the day. And I put an ad in there saying, want to start a band, influences are Neil Young and Blue Rodeo. So little did I really know that the Now was kind of the hub for top quality musicians in the city. So I had all these professional musicians show up one day to my house to start a band. And it was such a wake-up call for me because I couldn't even keep up. I mean, my timing was terrible. And basically what they said was, when you get better, give us a call. So I went back to the drawing board. I worked hard. I practiced and practiced and practiced. And at that time, I had discovered Blue Rodeo. And I had set my dream was to open one day for Blue Rodeo. That was my dream. And so, anyways, I formed a band. I got good enough, and I formed a band with local players. And I don't know, there may be some even in here today, right now. So I put this band together, and geez, then I hustled, and I got on breakfast television, which was a massive thrill for me to be able to go on there. And that was back in the days of what's her name, and who was the girl that was on breakfast television? Uh,
Tim says you found Mark B.
oh yeah, Mark B. There, yep. So Tim's here. Okay, Tim's here. So I opened for Mark's band. That's how the band formed. Northern Storm formed. I opened for Mark's band, and their band had a bit of a tiff after the show. So we were driving home, and then I said to Mark, maybe we should start a band. And that's how it all started. And that's how we found Tim Hay. He became the bass player. And then we had, what was the drummer's name? Ian. Ian was a drummer. So that's how the band started. And we did, then I don't know if I think Ian left the band. Then we got Ed Rispoli in the band. And that's a great story in itself, how Ed got in the band. But we got Ed, and then that's when we did breakfast television. And Ann Romer, I just remembered Ann Romer. And that was great. I thought we had made it when we did breakfast television. But it was a big thrill. I think we did it right, because we did enjoy that moment a lot. Yeah, Ann Romer. And so we did that, and then right after that, I think we played the Spectrum on the Danforth, and we played Lee's Palace. Now this would be going back to '93.
Yeah, way before me.
'93, and we did that, and then Tim went off to school, and I think the band kind of stopped. I think then I decided to get the band back together and create a CD. And so we went back to the studio to do the CD. And when I was in the studio, this is when it all started. When I was in the studio, I heard two guys. It was actually in Bowmanville, the studio. They were talking, and I was listening over them. They were talking about that this guy, Blackie was his name, was putting on the Blue Rodeo show at the Rickard Arena, and they needed an opening act. But they were having trouble because all the opening acts were cover bands, and Blue Rodeo didn't want a cover band. Well, being a little bit shy, which hard to believe, I always felt intimidated around other musicians, because I certainly wasn't at a high level.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. There's a message just come up, and there's a guy talk. That's the actual video that we're seeing on our screen of somebody. I'm getting rid of that. So I overheard them. So instead of going in and saying, "Oh, who's this Blackie guy?" I didn't. And I got up the next day, went to work, 7:30 in the morning. I got the phone book out, and I started flipping through, because they said he was in Newcastle. I started flipping through the phone book looking for anybody with the name Black, because I figured Blackie was just his nickname for being with his last name Black. So I started calling all these Blacks in the phone book, and finally I got hold of this little lady. She answered the phone, and I said, "Oh, I'm looking for someone named Blackie." And she goes, "Oh, he doesn't live here." And I go, "Do you know who that possibly could be?" She goes, "Well, I know a guy named Blackie who drives the water truck." So Black's water trucks. So anyways, I ended up 2 hours later getting hold of this guy on the phone, and he told me, he said, "Listen," he said, "I'm really frustrated with their management. Here's the management's number. You give them a call. You can take the stuff to them, and if they give you the gig, that's great." So sure enough, I scrambled. I went, took a tape down that night, drove to Toronto, dropped the tape off at to the manager, talked to her for a little bit, and this was on a Friday. And then on the Monday, and this was 1997 in June. On the Monday, I get a call at 6 o'clock at night from Blackie, who says, "Guess what? You got the gig." And that probably was the greatest moment. It was better than the show, because to hear the guy say, "You're opening for Blue Rodeo," and then I got to call all the guys in the band. And that was the best part because they thought I was joking with them. They did not believe me that we got the gig. And we did. We got the gig and we had tons of people come out to support us. The place was packed. And it was truly one of the greatest moments of my life. Like, it was amazing. And I think after that, I think that was my dream. And that was my dream. So I think after I did that, I was like content and I didn't push my music anymore. And I think I knew my limits anyways. I didn't expect to get much more than that. But that was an amazing moment in my life, and for the other guys in the band, great story. But I guess the moral of the story is just keep pushing and pushing at stuff you want. So for all those music people out there, just keep pushing your dream. It's hard at times. I mean, it is. We did so many gigs where no one showed. And especially when you have a great gig, everyone shows up and you think the next night's going to be the same and then no one shows up. So, and especially now, a lot of these guys are reinventing themselves. And I see a lot of people doing these live shows on Facebook and stuff like that now.
Which is
And it's tough.
awesome.
It is.
It really is awesome.
But I bet it's frustrating for them too because I know they're asking for donations and stuff like that too. And I think this is a time when people are like, oh, geez. West Hill had the honor of being one of the last bands to play Larry's Hideaway. All right, Larry's Hideaway, yeah, in Toronto. Yeah, Keith played in a band. Keith and I never played together music, and I wasn't playing music in school, and I started playing music after school. Like after school I finished school. I wasn't big into the. I think again, I was intimidated as a musician. I wasn't that great. I wasn't that great. But but what I did have the drive and the balls to go up on the stage and do it and take chances, and we did. We did some good stuff. We did some neat stuff. We did a show at the Phoenix. We played the Phoenix Concert Hall. We did some good stuff. But again, and when I look around and I see like the video I did yesterday of Rory Talon, and to think that I can't even come close to being as good as that guy is. So I shouldn't say it puts me off, but I'm just like, I'm going to stick to doing stuff that I'm good at and I feel comfortable doing. But we had a good run with the band, but I haven't been practicing. And if you sing, you got to practice.
Oh, you should get the harmonica out and do your song with Charlie.
Oh, no, I'm not. Part of me wants to do it, but the thing is, I'd have to practice. So I don't want to practice. So.
Charlie likes singing along.
Yeah, Charlie likes there's 4 dogs, and only Charlie will sing along to the harmonica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. But I think I looked this up once. Why dogs do that. I can't remember. Our seeds are coming along really well. Lisa's had to take the lids off the seeds box. So, and there's a lot of seeds in here right now. We're going to have a lot of kale and Swiss chard. So we'll be...
You may have to live on it.
Coffee beans with kale and Swiss chard.
We'll find new recipes.
Yeah, we're serving a lovely
kale salad with
an Ethiopian
coffee dressing.
Yeah, no wine until Thursday night. Pizza party.
Where do you see wine?
No, I'm just saying no wine. I'm not drinking any more wine. I didn't, like I said, I had a headache. You had a headache too yesterday.
I had one this morning too.
Maybe we're not drinking enough water.
Yeah, for me, yeah, most likely.
I think so. I got to drink more because I'm working out now back on the bike, and if I don't drink water, I'm going to get headaches and tight muscles and all that kind of stuff. So there was some questions. I still have questions from yesterday. Oh, boy. Medieval chastity belts are a myth. A great majority of examples now existing made in the 18th and 19th centuries were made as just jokes.
Interesting.
So they never put them on. It was all just hoax. So they had hoax back then.
Well, don't know.
We did that one. We did the one fighting over a bucket. We did the Johnny Cash yesterday. I didn't print any more because there was 100 on here.
Hi, Mom.
Can't get...
Say hi to your mom.
Hi, Mom. Back when dinosaurs existed, there used to be volcanoes that were erupting on the moon. Imagine that, if there was like a big, you look up at the moon and you could see a volcano exploding. Volcano. Like, those
Say
things?
it again.
Volcano.
I don't think you're saying it right.
Well, how much? Say it.
Volcano. Now you did.
How did I say it before?
You missed the L.
Volcano? Volcano. That's my English Canadian.
Oh, okay.
See, Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, I got to ask you a question.
Backdrop today.
Different.
We have a new backdrop.
We turned so you get better light this way.
It does look like the room goes on forever, though, doesn't it?
Do you think everyone's like looking and trying to see if your roots are coming through your hair?
They're not yet. I just got my hair done before the shutdown. We're good.
You got your essentials?
We're good. We haven't done the eyebrows, though,
Lisa came home with a can of black spray paint. Is that just in case?
Yeah.
We'll do whatever it takes.
Markers.
I got to have a shave. Look.
Yeah, you're getting scruffy.
Rebecca, I got a question. I saw you had a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Bit of a discussion on your page about the LCBO. Is it essential service or not? And I agree with you. I think it is.
I don't think it was her post.
Yes, it was. I think it was Rebecca's post. Rebecca posted, I think. I'm pretty sure. Am I right, Rebecca? Was there a little bit of a...
I think it was Ellie who posted it.
No.
Because I saw it.
No, Rebecca had a discussion, I think. I think Rebecca had a discussion on the LCBO going on her page. I think it is an essential thing, personally. Because you need... It's a legal substance, and there's a lot of people... I did, see, Rebecca? Yeah, I was reading some of the comments, and there was... there was a few people in there that was giving their 2 cents. But yeah, I think it is. I think... Listen, if you keep your space and line up properly, I just think if everyone does do that, I think it's good. Legend of Barney.
You almost want to walk around with a meter stick and just hold it behind you.
That's not
and
enough.
It's like,
a meter's not enough.
At least a meter, though.
You need
like
2
the people
meters.
in the
That's
grocery
6 feet.
store were right on my tail today. It was uncomfortable.
But isn't it... So this is interesting. All of a sudden, you realize as you go out, also cannabis shops, yeah. Yeah, see, now if you're a single parent and you have a child living with you, you can't leave the kid anywhere, so you have to take the child. I think what is ridiculous is if 2 people, so if Lisa and I decided to go to the store together, I think it's ridiculous. So we pick straws. Actually, Lisa knows it's best she goes, because if I go, I'll come back as a tyrant, or I might be in jail.
It's the equivalent
yeah. But I think kids, like, there's no reason why families should be shopping, and there's no browsing. There should be no browsing. You should know what you need.
I happen to agree with Kim.
What?
Kim.
What?
Made a comment.
We need it, being stuck with our spouse for weeks on end. Come on, is it really that bad? If I wasn't here, let's say, for example, all of a sudden they said you can't live in the same house with your spouse.
So you'd go to the tiny house.
You would have to get up. You would have to get up in the morning and make your own coffee. I made you lunch.
You did.
Avocado toast.
I brought you coffee.
When?
Beans.
But you were out working and you brought them for us. But you got coffee delivered. Did you? No, you did. I made you coffee, but I didn't deliver it to you in bed today because you actually got up at a reasonable time.
Well, there's no
Loblaws
reason.
opens at 7 a.m.
There's no reason for me to have to get up.
Dom's a brave one. Yeah, but you wear the pants, Hillary. That's why. Dom, get out and get me that stuff.
Hillary has a baby.
I know, but she's tough. That's good. It's in the blood.
Because
not
Italians, Italians aren't tough.
Oh, Italian men, Italian women are tough. Italian men are only tough in The Godfather, but they're not tough in their own house. No freaking way. Don't even go there. I've seen so many of these Italian men. The wife rules the roost.
If they know what's good for them.
Yeah, I think you got to keep the kids safe. You need to keep the kids safe because eventually they're going to go back to school. And, I think if you got to organize it. I mean, see, Hillary knows. Yeah, Dom's a great guy. Good job, Dom. Keep the fort rolling. But no, I haven't. I did shop on Amazon.
The dogs may go off any minute now. Somebody's
Why?
running outside. I
Running?
can hear them screaming out front.
So today I did walk the dogs, and I could not believe how many people were out walking.
Well,
And
it's
there was a
nice day.
guy had his 2 kids with him, which fair play to him, fantastic, good stuff. But they were on bikes, and they were riding ahead of him. But they did not understand that you just can't ride up behind somebody and just go right by them. And that's what they were doing. So there was two of us that were walking quite a distance apart that had dogs. And all of a sudden, this kid comes up right behind me and flies right by. And he's smiling. And the dad didn't even catch up and say anything to them. Like he was oblivious to the fact that they were within like 2 feet of us. Yeah, it's the crazy part is, I mean, it's worse in the United States, but there's so many people that are disrespectful to others. Like I've always said that. I mean, everyone says, the people are
And this is why I am the one that goes out shopping.
Well, like I said, when I went the other day and I had 2 people get very close to me and I basically bit my tongue because I could feel myself just wanting to turn around and punch the guy in the head. And I thought, this is just get out of the store, take it as a miss, like, ooh.
Then we would have separate quarters.
No, but like you just get so frustrated because like these people think they're invincible and they're the ones causing all the trouble. And the poor people at work there, I don't know. So, Amazon, has anybody else, we talked yesterday, Mark Witzel was here, anyone else ordered like essentials online? Groceries? We haven't yet.
No, we
But
won't.
we could order almond milk.
We don't need any.
But if we were low on almond milk, you could just order almond milk.
I would, I think.
You can
I
order
won't-
all that stuff.
I,
Yeah, just cough a little and they'll step back. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And I think I've read in the past that, like someone who's like starts to be a bully is really covering up their fear. And I think there's people out there, they're just trying to be tough and they're trying to forget it by kind of carrying on like that. Also, Danielle orders from Walmart all the time. Yeah, because there's stuff you can buy, like the essentials, like if you did technically, toilet paper is probably a terrible example, but if you did need it, you can just order it because you don't need to go pick it out. You can just look online and get the best price and have it delivered. I mean, really, everything should be like that. Really, you should only be going in the future to a food market. Because you don't need to buy any of those boxed or canned things or cleaners, anything like that. We should be buying all that.
Just because you choose not to buy it that way, it doesn't mean other people.
Well, it's not a case of choosing. I don't think I choose that the guy behind me doesn't get too close. It's not a case of choosing. But I'm thinking that that's how it's going to be in the future. You imagine
Then you mention it to them. You ask them.
No. I'm talking about essentials. I think in the future people will start now buying the essential stuff online.
Well, I think that started.
I mean, I know that causes trouble for stores, but like Best Buy. I mean, anything in Best Buy, technically, anything in Best Buy, you can buy online. Now, someone might argue, well, I need to ask somebody which is the best one for me. But you can do that on YouTube. Every product you go to buy has millions of people putting up these videos on YouTube on one. They're reviewing it. They're doing open boxing. They're showing you how it works. I mean, I was looking up something the other day. I wanted to buy an adapter, but I wanted to know how the adapter worked with a software and a camera. And I actually found everything in one video that I needed. So All right. Yeah, they bring it out to you and put it in your car. Yeah. Yeah, pricing on Amazon. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be that. But I'm talking about like in a normal, like after this is over, one way you can cut down. I think we're going to have to, but I think you're going to have to be careful in the future. We're still going to have to keep distances because you're not going to have a vaccine for a year and a half.
Well, that's a good idea, Deborah. Deborah said they formed a family. What is that word? Cabal?
A cabal, a family cabal.
Ordering for 3 families, 1 delivery, then porch drop-offs.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
That's fantastic.
Now, Deborah has a farm. What's the name of the farm again, Deborah? I can't remember. Deborah has a farm in Newcastle. And
Great idea.
is it still open, the farm? Or I guess maybe now it's not, but yeah, see, you get all your diapers from Amazon delivered. You don't have to go out. More time for yourself, more time for your family, more time for people to work and not have to run around after. Remember when we had the cafe? How, I mean, you would go to Costco just because maybe you're running out of stuff, but man, you're constantly, that's an hour and a half of your life gone just to buy stuff. Graham Creek Farm. There we go. I couldn't remember it. Graham Creek Farm.
I have to get some maple syrup.
We have maple syrup.
No, we only have a little bit.
Oh, I don't eat maple syrup much.
Want to have pancakes.
Pancakes? Well, we could have them now. We could sneak them in. Lockdown food.
We've been having a lot of those.
No tours. Oh, doing no tours right now? Right. Are you still selling product, though, Deborah?
I think there's a lag.
Yeah, there will be, but finding out. Well, I think when this is all over, people are going to want to get out. They're going to want to. I think one of the biggest problems is, I mean, talk about people that being addicted to alcohol. People are addicted to shopping.
I don't necessarily shop. I like going and looking.
You
Like I go
always
to
buy
Home
something.
Sense.
You cannot come out of Home Sense without buying something.
I do so. I come out all the time not buying stuff.
You are an addict when it comes to shopping.
Whatever. I just enjoy going out and looking. Gallivanting.
Lisa hides things. I find it later. What's that?
Whatever.
It's okay. I'm
Whatever.
here to help you. I'm here to get you through
Okay,
this.
let's just change the
See?
subject.
That's what happens. You tell someone they drink too much, they get all defensive.
Yeah.
Tell someone they shop too much, they get all defensive.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for this after.
You're going to pay big time. Yeah. So what's everyone having for dinner?
Dinner?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are we having?
I'm not telling you because your mom's on here now.
We're having leftovers. Mom, we're having leftovers again. Lambs born this spring won't be ready until the fall. Last spring's beef also ready in the fall. So you'll be hunkering down for a little bit, and then leftovers tonight. So what leftovers do we have? We're gonna have a salad though.
Yeah.
We have bread, and we have those mushroom things. Stuffed mushrooms. Salad.
Actually,
and soup.
It was a portobello mushroom with caramelized onions, pesto.
You talking to Mike, not to me.
Pesto, goat cheese, eggplant, some fresh tomato sauce, and mozzarella on top. So good.
And what people don't realize, well,
pasta.
I shouldn't
I'm
say
going
what
to
people don't
Hillary's
realize.
for dinner.
Hillary's having pasta.
Leave it on the porch. I'll just grab it from there.
People don't realize. I'm having
strawberry rhubarb crisp.
Oh my goodness! Porch drop off.
So after I'm done at Hillary's, I'll swing by Kim's.
I don't think Kim lives around here.
It'll be a long drive.
I don't think Kim lives close. I'm not sure. Where do you live, Kim?
I love rhubarb.
Lisa's on her way.
Anything rhubarb.
I'm having Daniela's hot bumba. What's it called? What's it called? Oh,
Her bumba?
What was it called? What was it called?
Boomba?
Boomba. Boomba.
Bumba? Daniela, Mark likes your boomba.
I don't know if
Bumba.
Danielle. I don't know if Danielle is there. Oh my God! I hope she's not. No problem. Made lots. So yeah, we're having leftovers, and we having dessert.
Probably. I
We
might
were?
make rice pudding.
Rice pudding.
We'll try. It won't be as good as my mom's, but I can't get to my mom's right now.
So that's good. So dinner's sorted.
Sorted.
So we can just sit and watch the English game tonight.
We can.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, Yuki's doing
Yuki's,
that now.
yeah. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. So we're all set. We're back to chicken legs baked in panko flakes and veggies.
La 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 bomba.
What did I say? Bomba.
Bumba.
Bumba? It's so la
Bumba. You
bumba.
said bumba.
Oh, bumba. I told everyone, Danielle, I'm having your hot bumba tonight. Oh, behind Lord Elgin. That's really close.
Oh, see, I can swing by
geez.
there.
Don't. You should have said you lived like freaking Manitoba or something.
If
Now
she
she's going to be
throws
going
it-
out again.
If she throws it, I'll catch it, and no problem. We're good.
You'll be why does that car keep driving by?
I'm okay with it. I have ice cream. Oh, that would be so good.
Yeah, ice cream. Stash of ice cream.
Yes.
Your essentials are completely different than Rob Ford's. Oh, I'm sure he's having his ice cream.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Chips, nachos, ice cream. What else?
Actually, yesterday you got out a big, huge chocolate bar.
That's only because it was here.
Hold on. No.
Chocolate is essential.
You got out a big, huge bar, and don't look at the screen right now
I'm
and change the topic.
reading.
You got out a big bar last night. It was about 9:30.
Oh, that sounds good too, Keith. I'll come and have some soup.
Lots of leftovers. You're going to be out all night picking stuff up.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
So Lisa got this big, huge Cadbury's bar with like hazelnuts,
Just
chocolate,
hazelnuts, whole
chocolate
hazelnuts.
and she said, "Would you like a bit?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So you gave me 2 rows, and it was a big bar, and then that was it. That was the end of it. So I finished my bike, and I thought, "Oh, there was some chocolate from yesterday," and then I see on the counter, freaking empty package. You ate that whole thing. When did you eat it? Last night? It was a massive. It was one of those.
It must have been the chipmunk that lives outside.
It was one of those lockdown chocolate bar packs.
I left the sliding
Yeah.
door open, and
You
he
ate
must
the
have
whole
snuck in.
freaking thing. See, this is you
snuck
snuck
in?
it. This is like what I said. It's like the guy who's sneaking the booze. You're sneaking the chocolate because you're addicted to this stuff. Stressful, this lockdown stuff.
Yeah, he has it so hard.
This is supposed to be therapy, and
he
I'm
has
getting
it so
stressed.
hard.
I'm gonna have to go lay on the couch after.
Your Maltesers are still in the drawer. You could have had those. I haven't eaten those yet.
I'm not gonna eat. I'm sure. I don't even want to open them
Uh,
because then we open them, we're gonna eat the freaking things, and I don't. Oh, I'm
I'll
trying
open
so
them.
hard.
You know I'll open them. And if I open them,
Man, you get to my age,
They're
you can't eat this
gone.
stuff. It just sticks to you like glue. All right, so it is almost 5. I'm gonna go. You're gonna go.
I'm going to go.
Where are we gonna go?
I don't,
To the
we
couch?
can't go anywhere.
Oh, I'm gonna have a shower. That's what I'm gonna do. So yes, we're gonna. Lisa, we all need
That's
chocolate
right.
once. Yeah, once in a while.
I don't have it every day. Once in a while I have it.
True. But we had pear and ice cream last night.
I had pear and yogurt.
Oh, you had yogurt. You can't have yogurt on lockdown. You gotta have ice cream.
No, I had the chocolate bar for second dessert.
Oh yeah. So Lisa's theory is, I won't have the ice cream. I'm gonna be a good girl and have the yogurt. And what does she do? She eats 3/4 plus of a chocolate bar, and it was a big one. It was one of those big packs, one of those British ones. Anyways, we are gonna go. Thank you for watching. We hope you like this sharper camera. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Oh, Brittany showed up right at the end. Brittany, you can rewatch all this. It's all available, but we're going to head out now and do some chores. And we will see you guys all tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Bye now.